Hi everyone, my name is Alexis Entz and I'm currently a psychiatric registered nurse on 4B, which is Upstate's adult inpatient psych unit. I will be a psychiatric nurse practitioner, and the chronic condition that I chose to focus on is GAD, or generalized anxiety disorder. Not only do I deal with patients on a regular basis that suffer from this, but also whether they came in for something else, certain conversations or situations on the unit usually do spike up some anxiety within every patient that we need to deal with. And not only that, I think anxiety is a huge part of everyone's day to day life. We're always faced with uncertainty and unpredicted events that causes us anxiety, and having a resource at our fingertips is very great in getting through these tough times. Um, the organization that I chose to navigate through is called the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. And the main purpose of my video tour is to just briefly outline the great information that it offers, the accreditations, and everyone that's involved in this community. Um, you can even join a community of support groups to talk to peers that also suffer with anxiety, or you can find a therapist straight through here. So that's really rare and really great. As you can see here, the ADAA breaks down briefly its history and how it was founded. It outlines its mission, which I am in full support of because it's dedicated to providing people with evidence-based information on their disorders, incorporating professionals from all over the world who are equally as passionate at helping people who suffer from mental illness. I also love that ADAA is dedicated to evolving. Um, this is very important because our economics, businesses, leaderships, and advancements in technology are constantly changing. And in order for the most up-to-date information and treatment to be available to people, um, an organization must stay on top of this so that the best advice is being provided, and they are very dedicated to that, and I love that about them. ADAA is an international nonprofit organization that focuses on the prevention, treatment, and cure of various mental health disorders through education, practice, and research. ADAA is a resource for more than 11 million people from all over the world, with the most up-to-date treatment and evidence-based research information, offering free access for users for support and resources. This organization links mental health professionals to one another from all over the world in order to collaborate their findings and share with each other what treatments worked for their patients and what they've found to be most effective. Giving a little bit more information about ADAA, you can click on this hyperlink and go to the mission statement, which really outlines what they stand for and the researchers and clinicians that are involved in what they do. Scrolling up to the for the public hyperlink, you can see that um, ADAA incorporates 1,800 professional mental health members that include people from neurology, social work, nursing, psychiatry, therapists, you name it. They have a very multifaceted approach. Scrolling down to the bottom, you can briefly look and look at all of their board members and their staff members and what they have accomplished and why they are so dedicated to this particular organization. Again, scrolling through to the bottom with the hyperlinks, you can see ADAA's mission statement, and you can also read about, just they're very dedicated people to what they do. They support public health and they're reducing the stigma, which is a huge thing for mental illness because there is still a very strong stigma surrounding mental illness. People being seen as weak and they should just be able to live their lives. But in reality, it isn't always that simple. So ADAA really does a good job of letting them know that, you know, they understand that there is help that needs to be found in order for people to really thrive the best in life. As you can see from this Learn From Us tab, um, they offer blog posts, webinars, podcasts, news conferences, and videos that anyone can access from the creators of the website, books, downloadable brochures. They really cater to anyone's learning style. If you go to the hyperlink Understand the Facts and you go to Generalized Anxiety Disorder, it gives you a very user-friendly way to first outline what general anxiety disorder is and what professionals use to diagnose the actual disorder, and also statistics on how many people suffer with it. Furthermore, it breaks down symptoms, scrolling through so that people can relate some of their symptoms. Treatment information, which I love that they also not only give a holistic treatment approach to exercise and food and different things like that that you can do, but they also tell you pharmaceutical ways to intervene if that is necessary and something that people want to do. Again, with coping strategies, very specific, which is great that people can try out and see if works for them. Myths versus misconceptions in a very pleasing looking diagram. They really let people know that they understand that there are these thoughts out there, but then in actuality, on the right hand column, what they are, and that, you know, they're not alone in having to break the myths. So that's great. And then a whole tab on useful resources, brochures, and screening tools, which are very useful for people to be able to access. One tool that I think is very great for this website and makes it a little unique is its screening tool for GAD and identifying it in maybe yourself but or a loved one. So by clicking this hyperlink, it takes you to a generalized anxiety disorder, which you can click on. And then it gives you a 4 yes or no questions. And then it instructs you, just hypothetically, that if you answer to yes to any more than one of these questions, you want to go and download the full screening tool. So then you open that in a Word document, and then it leads you to more yes or no, and then also questions that have you rate your symptoms from not at all to extremely. And then it also encourages you to help or to share this with your primary care provider for extra help in those areas. Considering the SEER Source Educational Evaluation rubric, I gave it a 3.8 rubric percentage, 95%. And authoritative, I gave it a 4. Educational value, 4. Intent, 4. Originality, 2. Because although it does provide very good content, the content is also offered in some other websites, so it's not completely original, but it's definitely, still very good information. And the quality is 4 because I think it addresses different types of learners, whether you're visual, whether you like to read, whether you like to chat, whether, just everything. It considers it all. So I think that's a very unique thing about this website. In summary, ADA's website is a great tool for anyone who's looking for information, tools, and resources for anxiety for maybe themselves or a loved one. I love that it uses people from all over the world. Over 1,800 providers are involved in contributing to the information that um, users have available to them. And so I just would love to use this for families and patients as a way and a means to be able to learn from home and be able to invest in the best life that they possibly can with this disorder.